Hello, fellow book readers. I'm Stephanie, and welcome back or to my channel. Today, I am going to be choosing my March TBR with TBR Tarot. Hi, Mickey. You've come to join? You help me show all the books that I'm choosing? All right, bye, Mickey. The first card that I pulled was the Wheel of Fortune. And this card is going to be choosing any book, any genre. It just has to be under 300 pages. So I pulled together a couple of options that I have from my bookshelves. As you can see, I have quite a few. The first one is In Another Light by A.J. Banner. I think this one is something about like doppelgangers, so that's interesting. The next one is A Soul of a Thief, and this is by Stephen Hartov, and this one is about a love story in World War II, I believe. The next one is A Quiet Life in the Country by T.E. Kinsey, and this one is like a cozy murder mystery. The next one is The Curious Instant of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddon, and this one is about a guy who goes on this like journey to try to figure out the death of a dog in his neighborhood. The next book is Jacoby by William Ritter, and this one is about a guy who can see supernatural beings in the 1800s. The next book is Leave the World Behind by Rumaan Alam, and this book is about a isolated location murder, like suspense thriller kind of book. The next book I have on my list for under 300 pages is Transcendent Kingdom by Ya Gyasa, and this book is about a character who is trying to solve her family's problems through medicine and learning sciences. And then the last book I have for this option is Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers, and this book is about a girl who runs off to Vegas with her friends for a fun weekend and actually randomly gets married to a woman that she had never met before that. With these being my options, there's so many options, it's hard to choose just one. I think the one that's calling to me the most is this Leave the World Behind. So yeah, I will be reading this. This book is 241 pages, so it definitely meets my under 300 pages book. My next selection was the Knight of Wands, and this one is going to be a fantasy or sci-fi, and it will just be the first one that I see either on Goodreads or Instagram. And so since I did Goodreads last time, I think I'm gonna try Instagram this time. So I'll go ahead and pull it up and then start the screen recording. All right, so we've got a variety of books here, and I am going to look through and see if I recognize any as a fantasy or sci-fi. The Wrath and the Dawn is a fantasy. This book is about a girl who lives in this kingdom where the king keeps taking brides and then killing them. And so when her friend gets chosen as the next bride, she actually volunteers instead. She keeps making up stories that should, I think, will probably leave on cliffhangers so that he doesn't kill her. And as she goes through that, she actually starts falling in love with him. And I guess I'll see what happens in the rest of the book, but that is my second choice. The next card that I pulled was the Three of Wands. And this one will be a color that I will have to find on a book cover. So I am going to see if Google will choose a random color for me, and then that will be the color that I need. All right, okay. I just wanted like a more general, like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, but this gave me like a actual very specific color, and it looks like it's in the orange realm. So I am going to look for a fantasy or sci-fi with this darkish, rustish, orangey color on the cover. While I do have a orange section right here, that I'm sure some of these are sci-fi and fantasy, definitely like The Martian and Aurora Burning. So those are definitely some options I could choose. However, some books that I've been wanting to get to recently that also have orange on the cover are Ashfall Legacy and The Ivory Key. This one I just got in my first Illumicrate box, so I'm excited about this one. And then this one I actually got in a different box, I think maybe like LitJoy crate, and it also has orange edges. So I don't know which one I'm leaning more towards. And I guess I might just try to compare it to this orange and see whichever one's closer and go with that one. Wow, I love this cover and I am very excited for this book. I think just in general, this book has more orange on the cover, as well as like, I mean, the sides are orange. So I feel like I have to choose Ashfall Legacy for this prompt. This book is based in space, and our main character actually gets his dad is presumed dead, but he finds a device that has his dad's location, and so he goes on this whole space journey to go find his dad. So that is my third choice for this month. The next card that I got was the Seven of Wands. And this one is actually going to be an author that is new to me. And again, wands, so it's another fantasy or sci-fi. So I am actually going to choose one of my books from my most anticipated or like books I need to read in 2022. So I am going to choose House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune, and I have not read TJ Klune before, so it fits the prompt. And this book, I kind of discussed it in my 22 books that I want to read in 2022 video as well. But this one is basically about a government employee who goes to look in on this house of kids on the Cerulean Sea. And all these kids like have magic. And that's pretty much all I know about it, but I've heard it's just really whimsical, so I am excited about reading this book as well. The last card that I pulled was a Four of Swords, a historical fiction that has over 4 stars on Goodreads. I have a couple of books in mind, so I might try searching those. I am realizing that last month when I said that I don't really read historical fiction, that Taylor Jenkins Reid probably actually falls under historical fiction. like slightly. So maybe I should have chosen her for last month, but here we are now. And I have found that Malibu Rising has a 4.09 stars on Goodreads. So I think that might be my choice for this month. This is another book that I actually had on my list for my 22 books I wanted to read in 2022. So if you want to hear my list of that, then I will again leave that link, a little card up above. But this book, from what I know, is basically about four siblings who throw a big party and something happens that changes their life in 24 hours. And I have no idea what that thing is, but I'm very excited about reading it. So that will be my 5th selection for this month. So that being said, here plus the Malibu Rising will be my TBR that was selected by TBR Tarot for this month. If you liked this video, go ahead and like and subscribe down below and let me know, what books are you reading in March? Until next time, keep reading. Bye.